Yes, say, okay, for instance, the railway on the one hand, how fast is it? So if they could have hastened the journey just to make it faster or to divert some other route, say it's supposed to stop in different places before it gets to Kaduna, maybe they divert it and it just goes straight to Kaduna so those people can get there faster. They should have, maybe they could have done that just to cut the time so that they can get there faster, because since we have all this problem, then the road network, that is another thing, because like some people that travel to Kaduna, I have a friend that had to go to, and he had to travel to Kaduna and take himself by road, and he wasn't really, he didn't give me good results about the road. Let me just put it that way. And for instance, if the road network was very good and fantastic,
there are many ifs in this particular situation.
Yes, exactly.
A lot of ifs.
But I guess that's what drives us to solution and us solving this problem, which is also one way is by doing this, which is debate, and I think it leads to a solution at the end of the day.
Okay, let's move on very quickly. Trade of words between our governor of Lagos State, and of course the minister himself, talking about Ambode and Fashola. This is some of the opinion that there's more to this, but let me just give a quick recap. The Minister of Power, Works and Housing on Thursday declared that his ministry was not in any way frustrating Lagos State government with respect to the reconstruction of the Lagos International Airport Road from Oshodi. On one hand, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode said the Federal Ministry of Works was frustrating efforts by the government. On the other hand, the ministry is of the opinion that, look, there's some processes that need to be followed through. We've approved some things, but not everything. In fact, he even cited, Fashola stated that his ministry had approved several requests made by the state government, adding that the governor failed to acknowledge this as he spoke. So there's this back and forth trade of words. Do you think there's more to this than just approvals and lack of approvals?
I actually think you're right. There's more to this, because it already even sounds like that. Like it sounds like maybe there's enmity. Who knows? I'm not judging. I'm not saying too much, but who knows what is between two of them that has now developed into this situation, and they are now trading words. Because I don't think officials, even as the capacity holding the offices that they are, which it should be respected, they should also respect those offices they are sitting in and they are holding. They should realize and not trade those words.
And considering that Babatunde Fashola is the immediate past governor,
exactly.
And then you have the incumbent governor, you think that there will be more synergy. But also, Fashola stated that he supported the approval of the World Bank loan of 200 million naira to Lagos, adding that the previous administration had denied Lagos. So he's also saying, look, there's some good things I've done. And then the governor is like, look, there's some things that you could do quicker or faster. Should one read too much into this? And in terms of setting a precedence for future collaborations between the ministry and the state?
Yes, we should look more into it to look at how they have come to, how they are trading words, in the sense that I really think there's a lot of personal enmity going on.
Where do you think that stems from?
Who knows? I'm not the one I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what is going on there? I'm not in their minds. I'm not working with them. I wish I was, but who
Is
knows?
that a job application?
No.
Okay, well, let's move on quickly. Moving on to the issue of the custom DG, the Senate showdown, asking official, well, the custom DG should report with his uniform and full attire. What's the genesis of this? How did this snowball into this messy summoning of the DG?
Of the DG. I really don't know how all of that boiled down into that, but to me, I'll just take it as pettiness, I guess, into maybe a power play on one hand, trying to show him who's boss. And well, you can also understand the Senate in the sense that they are always there to put checks and balances on the officials, which that's their purpose. But then again, telling him to do that and maybe trying to embarrass him, maybe trying to put him in his place, who knows really what happens.
But is the uniform so much of an issue, or rather the job that he should be doing?
Exactly my point. That's why
For him
I
not
said
wearing the
pettiness.
uniform, is it also shedding light on the fact that in his capacity as the custom DG, he should report as officially as possible?
As official, yes, which is also right. That's the thing. It's quite interesting, because on the two hands, there are valid points. Like on this one hand, you can say, yes, it should come as an official, as that capacity, come in your uniform. On the other hand, it can be used also as a political tool, as power play. So it's quite difficult to wait.
He's appeared before, and now this second appearance, which has been, it's almost like it's a dare of some sort. And I'm asking again, which is is it so much about the uniform? And if there is, we're seeing a repeat of trivial things being put up front. I mean, between Ambode and Fashola, we have the exchange of words. On this arm, we have the custom DG and the Senate showdown. So you tend to see this as a trend when it comes to the issue of focusing on the major issues rather than the sideline. Even with the governor of Kaduna, Sir El-Rufai, and Audu, there just seems to be that pattern and trend with the people in power focusing on issues that should not be neglected, but they're not as primary as they are. Why do you think this is? I mean, these are three different instances, but it still seems to be the same trend.
Yeah. I really think I was smiling when you were saying it because I was just thinking it's a good tactic, actually, because it's a way to divert the people from the real issues. So we as intellectuals, we as intelligent people, we as probing citizens of the country, we should ask deep into it, and we should see beyond all this rhetoric and ask the real questions, which are they doing their right jobs? Like the DG in custom, what is he doing? How is he maintaining the borders? What are the checks and balances it's putting in place? So even kind of, that's why initially, if you remember, I mentioned is a non-issue when I was talking about the other issue. And it's because I don't see it as something potent enough to really be national news, really. When I saw it, I was taken aback because I just wondered why this is news. This is not news. We should be wondering what they are doing and checks and balances to their roles.
We'll have to wait and see how that particular story unfolds. Okwe, thank you very much for being on Rubbin Minds. Okay, we'll be back, entertainment segment. This time we have the Oga Madam in the studio with us. If you know that name, then you know who exactly I'm talking about. And if you don't, well, stick around after the break to find out on Rubbin Minds.
Say let's dance now, it is my turn. Just walk